media that grows brands fast. And it's not the 80-20 rule that you normally think about, right? You might think like, oh, maybe it's 20% post does all gets 80% of your results. But this is actually the inverse. So let me kind of tell you what I mean, right? So today I want to share with you what I learned in 60 minutes. And it's something that not only changed how I think about posting going forward, it was sort of a slap in the face and almost like a dull moment. But my stubbornness caused me to not realize it. And the thing is, most people think social media is just for dancing, right? Showing off your food, your meals, but it's not. Social media is more like a big voting machine. Every time someone likes, they share, they comment, they save your post, or just watches your video, I mean, that's a vote, right? And that's the internet's way of saying we like this. And I learned this from Ty Lopez. He's helped a bunch of brands grow up. So I'm synthesizing everything that I've learned every day that I think is valuable. Honestly, it's something that I would teach my own kids. So I kind of like to think of it like imagine your classroom is holding a talent show and every student claps and cheers for the act they like the most, right? They get a standing ovation, right? The louder the claps, the more claps are, it shows that more people love it. And that's exactly how social media works across all platforms Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. They're just counting claps, but in a digital form. So the crazy part is, and I'm guilty of this, is most people don't listen to the votes. They post something that gets a lot of attention, a lot of views, and then they never post it again. It really is like getting a standing ovation and then just refusing to do that act ever again. And that's so not the case. And I think about some of the magic shows that I've been watching and things that I want to rerun and rewatch. That's absolutely not the case. And it blows my mind that I thought I was trying to be new or I thought I was too new that I had to try out everything. Right. So Ty talks about an example of how he was helping a doctor who would post video of himself and his wife working out together. And that video got him 10x the views of everything. So that showed people that his audience cared about who he is as a person, his lifestyle, and not just his medical experience or his medical technical expertise. But then what he do was he posted something completely different the next day. He ignored it, right? Don't host a bake sale, sell cookies that everybody loves, and the next week decide to bring vegetables, right? It's not what people are asking for. And this is the problem with the 80-20 rule. So the thing is, the 80% of your posts should be based on what people already voted for. The other 20% is for experimenting and variety. So that's what I meant by inverse. You probably thought like, oh, 20 of your posts do it. But if you find posts that work, you should have sort of your Hall of Fame posts, right? Things that are done really well. And this rule works because humans are pattern seekers. We like what we already liked before. The internet just makes it easier to see the patterns, right? So let's talk about why this matters, right? And if you, let's say you post about real estate and you talk about a story of the family that you helped, and people talk about it and people commented, that's a vote. That shows you that people care about the story. They care about the people that we helped. Because now you know what resonates with people. And that's what you should double down on. I'm guilty of this because for the last 2, 3 years, I've been posting new content, trying to figure out, hey, what do people care about? What do people like? I can't keep experimenting. But now I come back to, hey, am I going after a volume play or am I going after the depth of the relationship with people? So today, as an example, I had a gentleman reach out and he simply said, wow, your podcast is really good. You ask the right questions, you let people talk, and you have great follow up questions. Sometimes you get in the weeds, but you try your best to try to explain something for someone that never understood it. Interesting. That was so gratifying, so fulfilling that someone recognized that. But it was also very fulfilling because I know I helped somebody. So for the last couple years, I mean, I get like 200 views a video, maybe, if even that, on my shorts, right? And reels. Sometimes I get thousands. Sometimes I get, I, I mean, I've had videos that perform really well, but for some reason, I never go back to that. And I don't know why I don't. That doesn't make any sense. What a slap to the face. And I always thought to try new things to figure out what works, but I never go back to what works. When Ty talked about, hey, you can post up to 5 times a day, and probably 3 to 4 of those posts should be some concept that you already did, right? You can remix your new post. You can change it slightly. You can test. You can just change the music, right? He showed me an example of a account that just talked about the top 10 powerhouses or top 10 dynasties of the world, right? And you'll see that you don't get it. So here's the mentality that we have as entrepreneurs, like, oh, I already did a post like that. It's not the case anymore. New people see your stuff every single day. So you got to put forth the best stuff. And I never did that. And I'm so disappointed in myself that I never did that. But that's why I'm sharing my lesson learning with you so that you can skip the shortcuts of building your brand. Because I believe that you're going to help a lot of people, and you're going to put a lot of great, amazing individuals, families, children, parents, grandparents into beautiful homes. And you need to tell the story. You need to share with people how you help them, because someone out there right now is feeling lost, and someone out there right now would love to learn what you are doing that's working. And most importantly, they want to learn from the mistakes. So please share the mistakes. All right. So you might think about, hey, why is this? What's the science behind this? Or why does this work so well? And it's because of something psychologists called confirmation bias, right? It's fancy words for saying we like what we're already invested in, and we chase the feelings that made us feel good last time. And social media is just a digital playground of this science. See, people reward what gives them a dopamine hit, right? A happy moment, a burst of inspiration, or maybe it's a tearjerker that makes you feel like you can make an impact. All right. If you think you were just a puppy, right, and you find a tree in a corner of the room, guess what? You're gonna go check again. You're gonna check that corner again tomorrow. And this is so real. And for some reason, I always thought about people want new content when most of the world has not even seen my content or even knows who I am. So please, if you're a parent like me, this is more than marketing. This is a life skill. In a world where AI is taking over the world, only AI and social media brands are going to last in the next century. And the authority and the trust you build with your tribe. Teach your kids. Like, the world will tell you what it values. Listen to it. Don't be stubborn. Don't go against it. But you will attract the people, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. Don't ignore those signals when people vote and they tell you, hey, this is literally putting up a banner in front of you and say, hey, this made people feel something. And if you're building a business or a personal brand or looking to help people with housing, this lesson might be the difference between 1,000 views and 1 million. Simple as that. So hopefully this was helpful, everybody. I taking what I'm learning in 20, 45, 60, 75 minute sessions and compressing less than 8, 9 minutes for you to save you some time and share with you how I'm thinking about it and what I'm learning and how to apply to my life. All right. Have an amazing Tuesday, everybody. I hope you all spend some quality time with your family and friends today. That's what life is all about. All right. Have an amazing day. I'll see y'all tomorrow for day 607. Have a good one, everybody.